Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching. I am doing a little bit of a slightly different video than I normally do. I am using my Copic markers to color this in. I'm using a lot of my cool gray and my neutral gray markers. I'm using the Copic Gasenfude nylon brush. I can't pronounce that, but I'll put it written down on the screen. And I will also use my Uniball Signo broad white gel pen, and at one point I will use my Copic Multiline SP pen, which is a refillable liner pen similar to the Micron Sakura pens, but this is the Copic version. So I'm starting with the grays. This is a night scene, so that's why I'm not coloring my cabin brown and the grass green. I'm basically just filling in a shadow of how the cabin would look at night if you were looking up on the hill with the moonlight. There is no lights out there technically, like in my head when I'm drawing this, so that's why it's gray, and then the background is going to be black, and there's going to be some white for the stars. So talking a little bit about Copic markers. Copic markers, as probably every single one of you out there knows, but just in case if you don't know, Copic marker is an alcohol-based marker. So it is very strong, but it's also blendable. It goes through the page, so I always put a piece of paper in between the layers of my my sketchbook, and I'm using the Midori cotton notebook. Midori MD cotton, that's the name of it. It's actually quite hard to find. I did find mine on Amazon. I had to wait about a month to get it because it came all the way from Japan, and I believe Anderson Pens started to sell it in the US. They used to have it in A4, A5, A6 size. So this is the A5 size. And then the A4 is definitely way larger, which I'm really wanted to get, but it's so expensive. Only place I could find it to ship was in England. And the notebook itself is not expensive. It's just the shipping that's ridiculous. So it would turn out to like $50 for one notebook. So I have not done that. I really enjoy this size anyways because it's portable. And I hadn't really been using it because I had been focused on my Hobonichis and on my traveler's notebooks and all this other stuff. So I hadn't really paid much attention to it, but I don't know, I missed it. I found it, went back to it, and started drawing again. So anyways, you just see me on the screen coloring and filling in like the shade. And at one point, I kind of went over the line on the roof of the house, and I knew it was going to be fine because of the fact that I was going to color the background black. But one thing with the Copics is that they kind of do spread out in the page. So, and it is a brush tip marker. So my suggestion would be to just gently dab it, and then that way the color spreads up and not out. I don't know why that one was a really juicy marker, so I just kind of overflowed off the line. But anyways, back to what I was trying to say. The Copic black brush marker, I don't believe this one is refillable. I have to do a little bit of research on it because I think I need a refill at this point. I've had it for a while, and it's still really, really nice. And I like the way that the brush flexes when you're using it. So you have that line variation if you are writing with it, but you also have the line variation if you're trying to draw in a really, really small space. You could also use a Sharpie or just another Sakura Micron marker or a Copic Multiline SP. But in my opinion, this just makes it easier. I actually don't own a black Copic, which I probably should own. Next time I pick up a couple Copics, I am going to add a black or two because they have like two varying shades of black to my collection. I have a lot of grays, I have browns, yellows, quite a few reds, like burgundy, orangey colors, and tons of blues and greens. Very, very little pink and purple. I'm not really fan of those colors, so that's why I didn't gravitate towards them. And the Copic markers are kind of expensive, so it's one of those things that you have to kind of pick and choose what you use and what would work for your project, because it's not like buying a pack of like $10 or something like that. But anyways, here it is all done, filled in. So now I am going to use my Uniball Signo white gel pen to draw in my stars. I'm just kind of blending in the gray and the grass and the hill. But make sure that the background is dry before you start using your gel pen. And these kind of tend to dry up a bit at the tip. So just grab a piece of paper and kind of scratch on it first before you put it onto your drawing, so you don't see any like missing spots or anything like that. Oh, I just realized that I'm actually doing the windows. So I'm using YR12 Loquat and YO2 Canary Yellow to show a little bit of light from the fireplace inside the cabin through the window. And then what I did is that I didn't fill it in all the way. I just kind of dabbed it on one corner and dabbed it on the other. And then I used my Zero colorless blender to blend the two colors together. So it kind of gives a little bit of a flickering, sort of flickering effect. And so now there we go. Now I am using my gel pen to, do the little stars that I wanted to do. One thing about this is the best white gel pen I've used. I have one by Jelly Roll. It's not as pigmented as this one is. It's a little. It kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It works well, but this one is just white, which is what you want. I also have the Copic white jar. Kind of like acrylic paint, I believe it is, that I have used in the past. You need to dip a brush in there and do all that. So that's why I don't use it as often, because it does take a little bit of effort. So this pen just, kind of does exactly what I want. So I think it cost me like $3 at Michael's, but if you get it on coupon, it'll probably be like $1 and change. But anyways, just kind of finishing up, and there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave me comments if you have any questions. Let me know what other things you'd like to see me draw or share with you. And make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.